Center, however, as of now, we have units in only 7 branches. So you would have to choose one of these units if you wanted to do the remainder of your training in your hometown.
Well, I'd like a branch where I could work with automotive, electrical equipment, sir.
That's ordnance, Fred. Our maintenance units here are very popular.
Count me in, sir.
You want to join up this evening?
Yes, sir.
Good.
What pay do these boys get, Jim?
Oh, yes. Well, you get $78 a month during your active duty training. And a full day's pay for every evening you spend at the center. And, of course, you get full pay for the 2 weeks of summer field exercise. The pay goes up, too, as you advance in rank. Now, here's a list of the units at our center. Now, you will notice that under each unit, there's a group of specialist courses listed. Now, each one has an MOS number. MOS means Military Occupational Specialist. Within our 7 units, we have 40 specialist courses to choose from. The one you've chosen, Fred, is MOS 3912.
Well, Jim, you sure made the picture clear to me.
Do you have any questions, John?
Well, suppose after I finish my 6 months active duty, I decide to go to college after all. But I go to a college away from home.
Well, you simply do your once-a-week evening training in the area of your college. It's usually no problem. The reserves have training centers all over the country.
I see.
Well, Jim, I don't think we should take up any more of your time. John has my consent to join the reserves.
But I'd like to tell my mother about it before I sign up, sir.
Sure, John. As a matter of fact, we require the consent of both your parents, since you're under 18.
Thanks a lot, Jim. Now that you're stationed here, we got to see a little of each other.
Positively. Okay, John. Give me a buzz when you get squared away.
Nice to meet you, Fred.
Thank you, sir.
Sergeant Malone.
Yes, sir.
Be seeing you, John.
Sure thing.
Fred Stevens wants to sign up now.
Yes, sir. Come on over to my desk, Fred.
Thank you, sir.
Right.
Let's see what they're doing in here.
Looks like a class in electronics.
Yeah.
This is the formula for Ohm's law, where R equals ohms, I equals amperes, and E equals volts. Any 2 knowns of Ohm's law will give you the unknown.
You know, Dad, a fellow can learn a lot from some of these specialist classes.
With over 40 to choose from, you ought to be able to pick one that would help you in civilian life.
Please don't pace.
Okay.
Oh, come on, Bill. Don't keep me waiting. What did you find out at this reserve training center?
Oh, we had a long talk with my old buddy Jim Wright.
About John's military obligation.
Yeah, we tried to get squared away on what's the best thing for him to do.
Has John decided not to go to college?
Practically. That is, he's about made up his mind to get his military service behind him and then make up his mind about college.
How does that work out, Bill?
Well, if he enrolls now in the Army Reserve, he can finish a full year's training before he graduates from high school. And this won't interfere with his taking a summer job or his studies at school. The training sessions at the Reserve Center are 1 evening a week. Then, come June, when he graduates, he can begin his 6 months tour of active duty. After that, he can plan his future with a completely free mind as far as his military obligation is concerned.
There was something interesting in the paper this evening about the effect of military experience on young men. They took a poll of young Army veterans. Here it is. 78% felt that they'd become more considerate of others. 84% felt that the experience had increased their ability to work. 25% considered their education was much improved. And 96% said
that military service had increased or maintained their faith in God.
You know, it figures, Madge. Boys that age want to be men. They, you know. Let me see that paper.
I'm gonna pick the Signal Corps. It's one of the technical services. I'm gonna be an electronics specialist. You know, radar and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, that's one thing I forgot to ask the Major. I'll have to check with him tomorrow and let you know. He did say, though, they send you to the camp nearest your home. Yeah. Oh, sure, I'll write to you. But don't expect any fancy letters or stuff like that, after all. Yeah? Uh-huh. I think you're okay, too.
Today, thanks to the Reserve Forces Act, the young men of America can fulfill their military obligations and help their careers at the same time. Coupled together, here are two reasons why more and more forward-looking youngsters are enrolling in the United States Army Reserve. Now, this is Sergeant Stuart Queen, your host for The Big Picture.
The Big Picture is an official television report for the armed forces and the American people. Produced by the Army Pictorial Center. Presented by the United States Army in cooperation with this station.